Om Shri Sai Ram. It is said, creativity is a natural extension of our enthusiasm. So let us apply this quotation to our everyday life. Today I have a class and I am enthusiastic and I want to conduct an activity, but I don't have a teaching aid. Now how am I going to sort this? Let us look around the room and see what all things are available and which one we can convert into our teaching aid. Here it is. Let me show it to you. It is this calendar. I'm sure it is there in every classroom. So today we are going to use this calendar and try and do a lot of activities, and as usual I'll be giving you examples of various subjects. Please be creative and find out your own means of conducting this activity. We get started with the language class. Suppose you are learning another language, no, like Hindi. All the teacher has to do is just point out like this, and the children will tell Panch. Okay, let me see what numbers I know. Okay, this is okay, this one, and this is das. So obviously the children will be learning a lot of numbers and they'll be knowing. It's just that I do not know that much Hindi. So like that you can use the calendar. Okay, let me think how we can use it for English. English or Tamil, it doesn't matter. Let the teacher choose a lengthy poem. Okay, let us imagine that there are some 21 lines in that poem, and each class is divided into two groups. Okay, so group 1 says 5. So what is happening in 5? In the 5th line, there is a poetic device that the poet has used. Suppose there is a simile that is employed. First the group will come and point out that in line number 5 there is a simile that is employed, and this is what a simile is, and then they will sit and write their own examples of similes. So in this way, I think poetic appreciation is one thing that is very common in English as well as Tamil. So the calendar, imagine numbers will help us learn a language better. So I hope you like this tip.
Today we will have an activity on poetic device. Yes? Are you all ready? Yes. I've just circulated you the poem, right? Identify what are the poetic devices in those lines. Quick. Yes, good. Personification. Very good. Come and mark it here.
Now we enter into the domain of mathematics. So here is a teaching aid that is filled with numbers, okay? So every math teacher is going to say, okay, this is my domain. Now come on, come and tell me activities. So let us start class wise, okay? Suppose it is a kindergarten class. You can teach the children to count in ascending way. So the teacher 1, 2, 3, 4 like that, you go on till 10 or 15 and descending order. Next, suppose you have come to the first, second or third, you can ask them to do count the even numbers, point the odd numbers. So we go circle the even numbers 2, 4, 6, 8, you could go that way. Suppose a little higher class, you can ask one team to choose 2 numbers. Okay, and the other team will tell whether they have to add or subtract, and the teacher will judge like which team is taking how much time, and the one which finds it out very fast, they are declared as the winners. You could ask them to tell the answers of tables, because tables is something that's very basic. Next, as you move on to higher class, one group, suppose team A is there. Team A says we choose 4 numbers like 7, 9, 5 and 2. And their opponents will choose 2 numbers like 1, 3 or 1, 2. So what you have to do, you have chosen a number, you write it on top, and whatever number the opponents choose, you have to divide it. So they learn division. Little more higher class, you have all these variables, and the teacher writes an equation on the board or in a worksheet, and different values are assigned for these variables, and the children have to find out the answers. So this is a very invaluable tool in the hands of a mathematics teacher.
Shall we have an activity now? So this side will be team A and this side is team B. I want one student from team B should come and give an equation for team A students to solve. Yes. Who's willing to come? Come with me. Write an equation. Give values for equation.
Coming to science, always I've been giving you tips pertaining to physics or chemistry. So today let me think if I can correlate numbers to biology. Yeah. So let us take the number 3. Okay. So the teacher comes, it could be for a little higher class. Okay. The teacher says the number is 3. She circles this 3. So one group says there are 3 bones in the middle ear. And there is another group which is saying that there are 3 divisions in blood. And maybe the other group again says there are 3 layers in the skin. So it could be like any one number, and we see like how many things they are able to say. Suppose the children find this too difficult, just randomly point out, okay, 4 means 4 chambers of the heart. 5, okay, 5 bones in the palm, 6 hormones in the pituitary gland. You could go like that. It means you could have numbers and you could ask the children, like this can be done after teaching a considerable level of portion, because numbers are there in our body, like you have so many bones, you have so many systems, you have so many muscles and all that. So definitely you can correlate numbers to biology. Now coming to social studies. What is history without dates, right? So yeah, just the number 19 is written on the board and the teacher says 5. So the children choose 05. It is 1905 is partition of Bengal. You could just use the same numbers, no? 05 is partition of Bengal. 50 is when we became a republic. So similarly, you have so many numbers here. 1923, formation of Swarajya Party. Or it can be like 1 year where multiple events have happened. Means sometimes you are learning Indian history, sometimes you are learning world history. So the same year something has happened in India, and at the same time there is an important event happening at the world level. So you could correlate both and make the children understand. So numbers come very handy and are very significant when it comes to learning history. And you have a question also in your 10th standard board exam. The children are asked to write a timeline of events, and I think that carries 5 marks. So when you do it with something like this, when you use a simple teaching aid and make them understand and recall all the important dates in history, I'm sure your kids will love it and they will also remember and score those full marks. This video wouldn't end if I don't offer a bonus tip. Okay, so how are we going to use the calendar for our individualized progress? Okay, let us imagine that a particular child has got 15th rank. So you ask him to come and circle this number 15, and you can tell like what is the rank that you are aiming for next time. So the child traces the path. Suppose it is 12th rank, then he has to move from here to here to here. So the child knows that this is the movement. Physically, when you do something, no, it registers in our mind. We are using our eyes, we are using our hands and other organs, and that will reiterate that information in our brain. And the child, whenever he sees the calendar, he'll remember I'm in position 15, I have to move up the ladder and I have to go to 12. Another thing is, just as we discussed the dates, right? We can also take any month. What month is this? September. So we can ask the children to find out some celebrity who has their birthday on this month. We can also note down the birthdays of all the students in that particular class, no, who are celebrating it in the month of September. So September 5th, we all know is Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan sir's birthday, which is celebrated as Teachers' Day. So we circle that and we write it is Teachers' Day and whose birthday we are celebrating. And even our birthday falls in this particular month. The child, maybe it will motivate the child to think that I also have to become somebody like that, so that my birthday is celebrated for some other cause. Okay, these are all inspirational ideas which may work out, but definitely this calendar will be very effective in the hands of the teacher. So my dear friends, those were the ideas that I had in my mind and I shared with all of you. Go ahead Be enthusiastic and have fun exploring new avenues and new ways through which you can reach out to your children, you can inspire them and make them not only learn the lessons that are there in the textbook, but also lessons for life. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your colleagues. Try these activities in your home also with your kids, or with when all the cousins get together, you could try all this. Give in the comments below which activity you feel you can practice, or give any suggestions about any other activity you could do using the calendar. And finally, if you have not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Have fun teaching, have fun learning. Thank you. Jai Sai Ram. Okay, so in this month, how many holidays are there? Let me count that. Holidays coming in the weekdays, no, that is only useful. One, just one. Okay, one more is there. 2, 3. I hope we have 3 holidays. And for these festivals, I have to do the shopping also. So when can I do that?